Watch the ranged attacks!
Ranged incoming!
They're at range! Finish them all!
That's a win.
Harding, is it true you can control rocks now?
Control? That's funny. I'm still trying not to drop things on my own feet. And I still don't know why this happened.
Best not to question a gift.
Is it though? A gift?
You saved someone's life.
I know. I just wonder what's next.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Rook. I'm very much hoping you're Tosh.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
The Lords want to hit a cave on the coastal cliffs. Big Vincimer makes her lair there. We get her out, the Lords get in, we go home and get drunk. Might be more on Tom. Don't get in my way.
I've got a good feeling about her. So, what's the plan exactly?
We need to lure the Vincimer out of her lair. I set bait, she comes out to eat. My partners loot the lair while she's out here. We'll find the bait on the beach.
You said the dragon we're dealing with was a Vincimer.
Yeah, blue with a yellow belly. Breathes lightning.
Oh, one that breathes lightning? I've heard stories.
We're not fighting her. Lords just want the Horde in her lair. On top ahead. Be ready. They go hard.
Coming at range.
Watch yourself. They have Gatlock. Cannons.
They're at range.
Come on. You're not bigger than me.
Nice hit, Rook. You got it.
Eat shit. This is not your land.
They're shooting for us. Ready again.
So, you've got no problem fighting other Qunari?
I'm from Mervain. I don't follow the Qun. Do you?
No. But you've got the Darsam, the arm ropes.
Sure. I wear a lot of stuff. You don't get to tell me who I am. Doesn't matter anyway. The Anton don't follow the Qun either. Not anymore.
So what made you want to work with us?
I don't.
I thought you wanted us here to help you.
No.
We're not fighting the dragon?
No. Vincimers eat big game. Usually sea life. They're not hostile unless you do something stupid.
Like, poke around in its lair?
Right. So we lure her out, then the lords go in and grab anything shiny.
But you do kill dragons, right? You're a dragon hunter.
I kill them when they need killing. This one doesn't. All right, beach is up ahead.
Right. You said we'd find bait here?
Bait'll find us. Come on.
How? Look, deep stalkers!
Knew they'd find us.
The deep stalkers are the bait?
Yup.
Why are you making me feel sorry for them?
Quite a few of them.
Dragons have big stomachs.
That one's big. Watch out.
That's their pack leader. Take her down.
That one! Ready to go! Ranged attack! Attackers! Your turn! To go again. Follow up! End it quick!
I think that's the last of them. Now what?
Now I get the fire going and make our dragon dinner. Good. She'll like it. And this potion will put her to sleep for a few hours. But we gotta get her attention. Use the horn up there. Come on, she'll be here soon.
So, we held up our end of the bargain?
You did okay. So, what do y'all do?
Right now, we're trying to take down evil god monsters and their blighted dragons.
What? That can't be right. Dragons don't get blighted. They're smart enough to avoid that crap.
However it's happening, the gods are using the blight to force dragons to attack people.
That's messed up. Somebody needs to stop them.
Done!
we headed?
That old Grey Warden fort. Anton might be there. I want to see what they're doing. If it's anything the Lords of Fortune need to worry about.
She responds to the horn?
This time.
You've fed her before then?
Took a while to get her used to it.
It sounds like you've got a train.
You train a dog. You reach an understanding with a dragon. Vinsomers are clumsy on land, better in the water. They cut the surface like a knife.
They swim?
They dive down after prey like a giant bird. Sometimes they stun schools of fish with their lightning. Gulp them all down in a single bite.
Maybe too close.
Letting us know she sees us. Might also be her way of saying thanks for the food.
Someone built an entire fortress and then left it empty?
This used to be a big Grey Warden outpost. They left after the Darkspawn stopped coming.
Yep, that's the on-tom.
Let's check inside the fort. See what they're doing. More on Tom.
Get ready.
Not even supposed to be here!
Hitting us from far. Take a bow. Hit him now. Whatever you say.
Dust people? I'll show you weak dust people! Watch for incoming!
Good, Brooke.
Come on, let's keep looking.
So the Untom took over the outpost after the Grey Wardens abandoned it.
Yeah. Vervain and Nari were at peace forever. Then the Antom broke away from the Qun and invaded. The Qunari builders are part of a different caste. They didn't break away. So the Antom take over old forts like this instead of building their own. Grapples, nets. The Antom are going after the Vincimer.
Is that bad? She can deal with that, right?
Not after I drugged her. Come on. They've been watching. They knew I drug her to make her sleep. Assholes!
Better be ready.
Needs a second.
Still alive? Still alive.
Prominent range. Right on him. Nice one. Time to finish this. Enemies at range. Good work, everyone.
They haven't seen us yet. We can run.
Hey! I brought her down. She's mine by right.
Makara.
Mara Namra Benari Bala! Atash Martarost! Asitarala! Kyuto!
Yunasi Bishidam.
Tarala!
Come on!
Watch the left! Got us at range. Ranged incoming! Ranged attack! Enemies at range! Rook needs a hand.
So, you breathe fire.
Yeah?
But how?
Were we supposed to know this? Because I don't remember you mentioning it.
We can talk later. Let me know when you're ready. I'll burn the chains off the dragon.
Does she know we're trying to help?
No, she's pissed.
We don't have to fight her, do we?
We can run. I don't think she'll chase us.
As one dragon flew off, now safe to finish its nap, uninterrupted, another was about to wake up. The surviving Antam poachers carried news of a fire-breathing Kunari back to their leader. Tosh and the team would soon find themselves being hunted by the Dragon King.
Wonderfully done, Tash. While you played with the big scary dragon, we looted the shiny stuff from her cave. So, Rook, Varric's talked about you. I see he wasn't making shit up this time. They call me Isabella, among other things.
What did you find in the cave?
A lot of dragon shit, gold, some fancy trinkets, and this.
That looks like Kunari art, but I've never seen anything that old.
You have a good eye. It is refreshing to see that some younger Kunari can still appreciate the culture that brought them across the sea.
Rook, this is Shathan. She's our expert on Kunari artifacts.
This piece predates the Steel Age by centuries. It comes from an earlier attempt at settlement. One that left no survivors. You used your fire.
What? No.
Were you seen by the Antam? You promised you would be careful, Evatosh. You need to be away for a while. It is good you are joining Rook's team.
I'm what?
Wait, were you not aware of this? Our contact here said you'd agree to join us.
Didn't Shathan... I thought you and your mother had agreed on this.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, you'll work it out. You always do. For gold and glory, Tosh. You're welcome back whenever. Rook, pleasure doing business with you.
Mother, what did you do?
I thought you would enjoy the chance to work with Rook's team. Do you not wish to stop these blighted dragons?
Of course I do. I might have decided to join on my own. Maybe after you talked to me.
I talked to you about not using your fire in front of the Antam. I will prepare potions for you to take. Would you prefer ginger or lavender?
The ginger.
Hassam Vinek. Rook, you will keep her safe.
Your mother doesn't mince words. I like that.
Yeah, she's a lot.
Anyway, welcome to the team. Might not be what you wanted, but we could really use the help.
I'll get my stuff. Hey. It is.
Sorry?
Joining your team. It is what I wanted.
Glad to hear it.
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep. For gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
So why do the Lords of Fortune care enough about dragons to have a dedicated dragon hunter?
Lots of great old crap ends up in dragon hordes.
Why do dragons care about gathering treasure? It's not like they go to the market.
Dragons like metals and gems. Anything glittery catches their eye.
So they're like really large magpies?
Kinda. And they live for centuries. Lots of time to gather a bunch of shiny crap. Plus all the gear carried by idiots who thought they could kill a dragon.
Bet you deal with a lot of nasty traps during those treasure hunts.
Yep.
What's the most complicated one you've dealt with?
Old Elven armory. Had letters on tiles. Probably supposed to spell out the name of a god or something.
Probably.
I don't read Elven. Found handholds in the ceiling and swung across.
That sounds more like a puzzle than a trap.
Ugh. Puzzles.
But puzzles give you a chance to test your wits. To prove you're smart enough to beat whoever designed it.
Ugh.
I ran into one while traveling with Varric. It had these 3 poles with sets of different size rings on 2 of the poles.
And you had to move the rings over to the 3rd pole? And the rings had to be sized right and crap?
Yes. You've seen it.
That thing is Vashadon.
Feel free to use the ancient elven artifacts for weight training, but nothing leaves with you, okay?
Don't worry about that. The Lords of Fortune aren't thieves.
I mean, aren't you, though?
Nah. Anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my mother does with the Qunari stuff.
So, your mother appraises Qunari artifacts the Lords of Fortune find?
Yeah. She tells them how rare something is. How much it might be worth. Also tells them if they found something cultural.
Cultural?
You know, important. Stuff you don't want going to some rich noble's collection. The Lords send that stuff back to the Qunari in Parvalin. They pay the Lords a finder's fee.
Interesting. The Lords do all this out of the goodness of their hearts?
We do get paid. Name another job where you get danger pay for killing giant spiders.
Right. For golden glory.
The Lords are good people. They helped my mother when she came here from Kantar. She got here with nothing but me and the clothes on her back. The only skill she had was Qunari history. The Lords gave her work.
How does the Ravani Royal Guard feel about the Lords of Fortune?
They used to complain about us. But that was before the Antam invaded Ravane.
And now Ravane sees the benefits of having a bunch of heavily armed people on their side.
Same for the Pirate Armada. It's bigger than Ravane's official navy. But we're also helping save old artifacts. The Antam are burning ruins as they move south. We get artifacts out before the Antam destroy them. Magical stuff. Cultural stuff. Stuff you don't want to lose.
We should do this again. Grab a drink. Share our tallest tales.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need to be ready for combat? Or traps?
Nah.
Alright. Just let me know when. Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter. Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thetis from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Why isn't she here? We could use a hand.
Charter entrusted the search for Solus to Varric, to us. The world's large, and she's got many things to deal with.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
So, tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
You help people. That's not small.
It sure felt like it sometimes. I'd sit with Rector and Faulkner and we'd watch the important people with their important business rushing by.
Rector? Faulkner?
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Most of the time, I just watched them from afar, listened to their snippets of conversation as they walked by.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
As smart as he's supposed to be, there's just some things he doesn't get. At all.
Yeah. Maybe one day he will. Maybe. If you help him. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fade expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Myrna, Volgoth, what's more of the Mornwatch doing here?
I've been writing to a senior Fade expert. Turns out he's a watcher like you, but I needed help tracking him down.
Thus we came.
You've done well since we last met at the Necropolis, Rook. Back straight.
You wouldn't believe what I've seen since I left the Watchers.
No one truly leaves the Watchers.
There's a bustling world outside the Necropolis.
Its gates are always a step away.
See, that's exactly what people outside Navarra don't constantly say. So Balara's been in touch with one of our own necromancers?
Yes. Do you know Professor Emmerich Volkarin?
I've heard of him around the Necropolis. Never met.
The professor specializes in the Fade and spirits, a truly powerful psychagogue. He's currently investigating a disturbance in the Shrouded Halls. Seek him there.
The place we were forbidden to enter as novices. Those Shrouded Halls.
You're long past being a novice.
Rook, prepare well.
Agreed. The Shrouded Halls have lately been restless.
You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep. I know. I'm awake to ask.
I sleep when I can get it. And this place, it's too quiet for that.
You don't find it peaceful?
I'm guessing the Necropolis was quiet.
Not as much as people think. But yes. Okay, what works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
Really? You woke up and...
Just like that.
Huh. Wow.
There was a bit more in the middle. The ritual did a number.
And now?
It's not what keeps me up at night. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
Same. Can't sit still. Can't stop thinking about everything.
There's always something to chase. Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
And if it's already too late?
Don't tell me you're a lost cause.
I might be.
I know the feeling.